You guys really like the first part of the Jurassic World Rebirth toys have a slight problem, so we're back again for part 2, but for the slightly larger figures. Let's do this. First, I need to explain the rules. The rules are, if there is an arrow or text on the screen, it means something good about the figure, but does not mean an individual point to the final rating of the figure. I know the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World toys, or Jurassic Park and Jurassic World designs are not supposed to be accurate to the real-life counterpart, but these ones don't show up in the Rebirth movie. At least that's what we know so far. If Trailer 2 comes out and they show up in the movie, then I'll take back what I said about the figure. Let's do this. First up, we have the Chillontosaurus, and it looks like Smiths spelt it wrong on their page. Anyway, the Chillontosaurus paint scheme looks really nice, but Mattel has a problem with these Rebirth toys. They really need to continue to paint schemes down to the tail. That's what is knocking off points for these figures. The tail looks really accurate head as well. This thing, it really looks amazing. If it wasn't for the no paint on the tail, then I would give it more points. In fact, it just looks really nice. I could probably continue to paint to the tail myself. I definitely have to get this at some point. It releases July time. Please tell me it releases before July, hopefully. Anyway, therefore, it will get a 9.3 out of 10, or 9, I don't know what I put. I think it was a 9.3. No, I think it was a 9.8, actually. Yeah, 9.8. Next up, we have the one I'm most excited for, the Eot Raptor. Now, I really love the Eot Raptor, more than Velociraptor, more than any raptor, really. And this thing, it looks very nice. The head sculpt, 10 out of 10. The feathers are really nice. The tail feather especially looks really nice. The paint scheme, while it definitely could be continued a bit more, it's not that bad. I like how we have a mix of colours, especially the orange looks really, really good. The size is perfect for me. I used to have a... Oh, I'm definitely going to get this, because I used to have a Cinnamythosaurus or something. I'll put an image on screen now. I used to have a Cinnamythosaurus, and I used to use it as a Eot Raptor and put it on display as a Eot Raptor, but now I can finally change that and get an actual Eot Raptor. Rating 9.9. Now, I'm a big fan of Spinosaurus or any crocodilian, Sarcosuchus, Purosaurus, Rajasuchus, any Suchus really, and we finally got a Purosaurus, and this thing is going to be my favorite one, yeah, actually. Now, it may not be as accurate to the real life counterpart, but I don't really care, actually, because I think this is going to appear in the movie. These bigger figures tend to appear more in the movie. It has really nice spikes. The paint scheme, very nice. The blue blends in with the water if a Purosaurus went into the water. When I saw this image at first, I didn't think this was a toy. It's really realistic. Doing Purosaurus as a toy, it's really hard to get it to a realistic sort of sculpt. Get a realistic sculpt. It's really hard to do that. Therefore, this figure is going to get a 10 out of 10. Definitely have to pick this up at some point. Hopefully, it does come out in July, and I'll get that figure, especially when it comes out in July with the Chillontosaurus. I think I pronounced that wrong, didn't I? Now we get to the Myasaur. Now the Myasaur, I always like Parasaurolophus, Corythosaurus, dinosaurs like that. And the Myasaur here, I was going to pick this up when I heard it was going to release. Now it looks really nice. Now I'm not going to give this one a bad rating as it is accurate, but the thing that gets me for this is the paint scheme. For example, the Tyrann Titan, which is later in this video, the paint scheme continues all the way down to the tail, has 3 colours, but for this here, we have 3 colours again, blue, orange and white, but the orange and white, they barely continue down to the body, and the orange line is really thin. It's lacking in paint job, so therefore it will get an 8 out of 10. I was looking forward to this one. I might still get it and customize it even more, maybe add more of an orange stripe and some more white. It's a good figure though. Now we get onto a very exciting one. We have the Eot Triceratops. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this one a bit is because of the gimmick. Now, I'm actually not sure if I should get this one or not. It is £30, so I believe that's like $35 or something like that. I don't know if I should get this or the Quetzalcoatlus. I'm probably going to get the Quetzalcoatlus, but this has a very unique action feature. Now, we'll get into accuracy in a minute, but the action feature for this is the front legs. You lift up the figure from the hind legs, and you basically, it stomps down. The legs move on their own, basically. They don't actually move, but they move, but they don't, like, you know, the figure doesn't move forward is what I'm trying to say. Very unique action feature, and you can also control the head from the tail as well. Now let's get into the accuracy. Now, I wasn't expecting this to be an Eot Triceratops, but since this is probably going to appear in the movie, as the description of this toy says, as seen in Jurassic World Rebirth movie, so, well, I don't know, we might see this in the movie. The blue paint on the crest, it's the crest, isn't it? Whatever. It looks really nice. It kind of reminds me of the Baryonyx from Fallen Kingdom when that had blue paint. So overall, this is going to get a 9 out of 10. I think this is the biggest Ceratopsian we've gotten. We had Sinoceratops with Camp Cretaceous, Triceratops, Eot Triceratops. I think this is the biggest one we've got so far, and the most expensive one for $29.99. That's £30. I don't know how much that is in US dollars. Like I said, I think it's $35, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, really nice. The Eot Triceratops. Wasn't expecting to see this, but looks really good. And it releases May 26th, so it releases earlier than most figures. I think, actually, most figures are releasing on the 26th of May. Let's get on to the Tyrann Titan. And yes, I got a bit lazy while making the Tyrann Titan. I mean, it doesn't look very pleasing, does it? This slide doesn't look very pleasing. Anyway, the Tyrann Titan looks good. Now, accuracy, I mean, it's not accurate at all, but I just can't hate this thing. It looks really nice, especially the red under the neck. It looks really, really good. Tyrann Titan, really nice. The action feature, you pull the tail down and it bites and moves its arm as well. I would really like to see this in the movie, but the head does look a bit cartoony, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I got really lazy with this slide. I don't know why. Anyway, these just take a while to make. But that's really it. I'm actually going to be making this rating up on the spot. If I had to rate this, I'd probably give it an 8.5, maybe a 9. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I don't know if I'll be making a part 3, as there's not really many dinosaurs Jurassic World Rebirth dinosaurs to cover, and well, unless we get more when they come out. So the next video discussing the figures, unless we get more leaks, would probably be on the 26th of May when they come out for a toy hunt and a Rebirth haul. Hope you guys did enjoy. Subscribe. Peace.